before I forget. So I'm going to talk for 20 minutes, and then I'll answer any questions you may have. I'm sure you'll have questions. If not, come up with questions. Just kidding. Okay, someone's already chatting. Let me see. Oh, Lauren said, hi, Shannon. Hi, Shannon. Okay, so I will start. I guess it's 8:32. I'll just introduce myself briefly because I don't know who knows me and who doesn't, but I am Laura Schiller. I am a mom of 3. I have a 5-year-old and 3.5-year-old twins, and hopefully none of them come running into here. But I can't guarantee, especially my 5-year-old. The other ones are in cribs, but he runs in. I'm a part-time attorney, trust and estates attorney. Love my attorney job. I have been with OpportuniTEA for about 5 months. I think the next couple of days will be 5 months. I got into tea just because I was on a super strict diet and I needed to curb my sweet tooth, and I fell in love with the matcha and used the teas as dessert. I was able to lose and keep off 15 pounds with it, and then I just got fascinated with steep tea. I was a business major in college, so I always studied companies, and I just started looking at steep tea because I kept going back and forth to the mall, and I was trying to figure out how I could get my tea delivered to me. And I just started watching the story about steep tea, and I kind of got fascinated by it. Apparently the story with steep tea is that they were on Dragon's Den, which is the equivalent to Shark Tank in Canada. And they 4 dragons, they're called, it's Dragon's Dens. 4 dragons wanted to be in on the deal with them, and they finally ended up with 2. And so they're backed by 2 dragons, which is amazing. Always good for a company. They've been the fastest growing company for the last 5 years in Canada, one of the top 20 fastest growing companies. They did a soft launch in the U.S. 4 years ago, and they are trying to do a hard launch now in the U.S. So their whole goal is to make it explode here in the U.S. So they're going to do more advertising here, more product launches where you could try the teas. So it's more of a household name and brand. So that when you say you sell steep tea, people are like, what are you talking about? So they're looking at ways to explode in the U.S., and that's their biggest goal. Tanya was the founder of it. She's the one that went on Dragon's Den. She's super sweet. I talk to her all the time. And she realized that it's way too much for her to be CEO and president. So she was looking for a president. And she came across Melanie Hayden Sparks, who at conference I spoke. I had the honor of speaking. So I spoke to her all the time. Melanie, I didn't realize she was going to be the new president. But she is incredible. I am obsessed with her. And she apparently has started with a lot of companies when they're similar to where Steep Tea is, which is a $20 million company, and made it $800 million in 5 years. So she plans to do that the same with tea. She says she thinks she could even get it to $1 billion in 5 years. She said she has to focus in the U.S. the most. So she said she might even move to the U.S. because that's her biggest focus. And she is just wonderful human being, wonderful at it. She's taken candle companies, makeup companies, jewelry companies, made them explode from 20 million to about 800 million in 5 years. As she said, there's a reason why she can't do it with tea, because tea is, if you look at like what products are good for direct sales, it's something that's consumable that people will try one and want other flavors, which obviously you can see with the tea, if any of you have tried our tea. And also, it's not a fad. So she said, 80% of America drinks tea. Everyone will continue to drink tea. So it's not really a fad at all. So that is why she believes in her heart. And I think we all believe her that she'll be able to make the company huge. And I'm excited to be a part of it on the ground floor opportunity. I've been a consultant for 5 months. At that time, I won a trip to Rome. I'm halfway to a cruise for 2 with my husband. I have a team now of 59 people are on my team right now. And I could just see the growth and the explosion happening already in the last 5 months. And I just can't wait to see what the future entails with the company, because I just feel like it's in a really ground floor opportunity. And if anyone does know of direct sales, sorry, that's my dog whimpering in the back. If anyone does know of direct sales, it's the best to get in on the ground floor opportunity, because you make commissions off your team. So the earlier you get in, the bigger your team will be. And so obviously it's a great opportunity for that reason, to always get in early. So that's basically the background of myself and Steep Tea. And so I just wanted to tell you about some more information about becoming a consultant. I posted a picture of what comes in the kit. It looks amazing now. When I bought it 5 months ago, it was $99. Now it's $135, but you get so much more in it. You get 10 teas, matcha, a whole thing of matcha, more edibles, including the scone mix, which apparently everyone in Canada keeps telling me it's amazing. I still haven't tried it. The pop tumbler, which is my favorite, teaware, and the velvet mug, which is amazing too, and much more. So you get all that for $135. I am sure one of your biggest questions is how we get compensated, which obviously is a good question. So anyone who's a consultant at all will get 25% commission on anything that they sell. Doesn't matter what you're selling, as long as you got 25%, and you get 25% discount on tea. So that's always great. And then as you start building a team, you make more and more on your downline. So when you have 2 consultants, basically, you'll make 3% on each of them. And then when you have 3, they're changing it a little bit to make it a little different. But when you become a leader, you make 5%. And then when you become a group leader, senior group leader, which is what I am, you make 6% on your whole downline. And it keeps going. You keep building up and up. So with the 6%, though, I also make an additional 6% on all of my sales, and 6% on my whole downline. And then if you hit 2,000 sales in any month, you make an additional 5% bonus. So each month, my non-negotiable goals are 2,000 each month. And so each month I make 36% on my sales and 6% on the whole team, which adds up. So OpportuniTEA is trying to they're amazing at giving incentives. They've always been amazing. They're doing it for new consultants. They have what's called Success Start Plan, and they had it, but they changed it a little since I was doing the Success Start. And so the good thing for consultants now is we all get to do it too. But so they're letting every single consultant, new or old, do this. So basically, if you have 20 qualified parties within your first 3 months, which I know sounds hard, but it's not that hard. I mean, it is hard, but it's definitely a doable goal. But if you have 20 qualified parties, which is $250 and 4 guests within the first 3 months, and you have 3 qualified recruits, which I'll talk about, you get a free cruise for 2, all expenses included. And then depending on the amount of parties you have prior to 20 parties, you get fun things like a pin, an apron, $50 worth of product, matcha for beginner set, tablecloth, tote, and executive handbag. And then once you hit 20 and you have 3 qualified recruits, and a qualified recruit is just $500 in the first 30 days. And I know it sounds like that might be a lot, but a lot of people in their launch party make more than $500. So I have a lot of consultants who make that in the first week. Don't really need 30 days. And then you'll earn the cruise. So also the amazing thing with the qualified recruits is that for each qualified recruit you have during your first 3 months, you get $50 gift certificate to spend on OpportuniTEA on anything you want. And it also counts for personal volume. So they had something similar in my Success Story. You actually got 100 and I get 50, but I got $1,800 worth of free tea, but it also counted for my personal volume. So if I wanted to send a $100 gift to my in-laws, which I did, it was basically free money for me. Because you could just use it instead of using your commission. You could use the free gift certificate. So for every qualified, and we just started this a couple weeks ago, I already have another $100 from doing this. So it's a great perk because you could buy tea for yourself. You could buy tea for anyone. It doesn't matter who you're buying for or where you're shipping it to. But you'll get a lot of free tea, free teaware. You can use it for the edibles, whatever you want to use it for. It's a huge perk because it counts as personal volume. It'll count towards everything, and then including in your bonus. So if I spend it, I still get the $2,000 bonus if I use that portion of it for my $2,000 bonus. So that is a great perk, and so that's that. And then now they're giving you an incentive to go to Nashville, and it's a little confusing. They need 22,000 in sales in about 11 months and 20,000 points, which any of those qualified recruits, now qualified recruits means for 3 months, 500 in 3 months, which is definitely doable. You get 1,000 points for that. And if you promote to group leader, which sounds like it's a lot, but I did that in my 2nd month, you get 5,000 points, and anyone in your team who promotes, you get 5,000 points. So you could earn your ticket to Nashville, earn VIP trip to Nashville, which is amazing. Top 5 people who do the best with those tickets to Nashville, they get to go for a free trip with Tanya to Shanghai. Top 5 people, I think everything else is doable. I think the tickets to Nashville is doable. I think the cruise is definitely doable. I don't know how doable being a top 5 person is in all of CT, but it's definitely a goal that I'm trying to obtain. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I have no idea, but it's definitely could be your goal as well. And I think the tickets to Nashville is definitely easy to do, and cruise definitely, and why not try for being top 5? So I'm sure your next question is what happens when you buy the kit. So what would happen is my upper ran my launch party for me, which was amazing because I had no clue what I was doing. And I just got to see exactly what she was doing in the party, and I could figure out for my next party what I'm supposed to do. So anyone who signs up your upper, or if your upper doesn't want to run it, I'll run it. I don't care. I'll run it for anyone in my downline. Whoever wants me to run we'll find someone to run your online launch party for you in your upline. And you basically just have to like and comment, and you'll see. And then the launch party online, it's all online. You invite your friends for an hour. They come, we keep it open for a while, for 4 days subsequent to the party. But basically for an hour, it's a live party. And your friends come. We tell them about tea. We have a Post My Party app, so it posts for me. I don't have to actually physically post, which is great when you're a consultant. So I'll post it from my name, and then obviously your friends will all have questions. I'm there to answer any questions for your friends. And then hopefully you earn back a portion or all or more of your kit, depending on the launch party, and get some bookings from there. And then if my downline feels more comfortable if I run their second party for them, that's fine. Third party, whenever you feel comfortable. What you'll do after that, subsequent to that, is you will get the Post My Party app, and the app will all post for you. So you just have to, you run the party, but you won't really only have to answer questions that people ask you during the party. So it's really not that hard. It's probably the most mindless thing you can do is just answering questions, because at first, and obviously we're always here to help you. So there's people that, we'll be in your upline. I'm always there to help. My upline is amazing. I talk to Tanya and Melanie all the time if I have a question. And also the head of U.S. corporate is is training my team. So I have weekly calls with her as well. So if you ever have a question, I know where to find the answer. Obviously I'm relatively new, but I feel like after a while, the questions do seem to be repetitive, and you kind of get a better view of what the questions are. So, but either way, everyone in your upline is here to support you. We'll all help you. We'll all find the answer for you. And you'll never have problems getting help, because we also have Facebook groups that are there where you can ask questions all day long. It's people from all over the U.S. And if you're up at 3 a.m, people will probably be up with you because they'll be in a different time zone, and people are very responsive within the groups. So that's what happens when you sign on. So we'll always find out the answer. And then basically, I know a lot of people want to know what my typical day is of doing tea. And as I said, I'm a part-time attorney. I work like 30 hours a week on my attorney job. So I don't know. That's what a part-time attorney is, but it's not really that part-time of a job. And obviously I have 3 crazy kids. So time is obviously my biggest issue, as it is with anyone. And so I'd say, I make all my online parties when my kids go to bed at 8:30. My brain is fried from attorney work. I can't do anymore. And I just do the parties 8:30 to 9:30. And I'm always just basically you're there asking questions. And then I'd say the rest of it is, I'm sure if you guys seen me or seen your upper, we're very social media heavy. So I take some time to figure out my posts for social media. And it's not like you post about tea all the time, but just people getting to know you and different, I have a VIP group, which I suggest on my whole downline. And I have a business page and Instagram page and my normal Facebook. So a bunch of my time, I'd say, is probably like a half an hour a day. It's probably me figuring out the social media posts, maybe 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. And then also obviously answering any questions from my downline. A lot of people private message, or we have a group page just for the dream team is what this team is called. And anyone could always post there and ask any questions. So obviously answering questions as much as I can or finding out the answer probably takes up I'd say a half an hour of my day as well. So if I have a party, which I only try to do 4 parties a week, just because I try to go out Friday and Saturday night, and then I take one day usually I have to go to New York City for work one night a week. So those 3 nights I don't do parties, but the other 4 nights that I do parties, which you could do multiple parties at a time once you feel comfortable with, I'd say it's about 2 hours of my time a day. If I have a party, if not, it's probably less than an hour that you can do it all in and bang it all out. And that's basically what my day entails. Obviously drinking a lot of tea and sharing it. I know some of you might be interested in in-home parties, and people in my downline definitely do in-home parties. We are very online based, but we do have a lot of people who do in-home parties. And my upper's upper only does in-home parties, so she will always help any of us if we need help with respect to what to bring into an in-home party, because it's totally different. Online it's easy. They just post the post for you, and you just need to answer questions. But online, you need to, I mean, when you're in home, you need to bring certain teas and, make the edibles and have everyone try things and how much to bring. And so if you ever need help with respect to that, I know exactly who to put you in touch with, but people in my downline do it as well. So you could definitely, if you have more time or you like the social aspect of it, which is, I wish I had more time for life in general, but I feel like I've been able to make it work with this time limit. But if you can make it work, then I would definitely suggest doing in-home parties too and vendor fairs. It's a great way to get the name out there. We'll do vendor fairs and then end up with people on our team because people see about this opportunity. So that happens frequently. I would love to do a vendor fair. Maybe I will someday. So yeah, that's basically my day. That's basically about the opportunity. I really do think it is, for my business major, I honestly think it's one of the best ground floor opportunities. There's kinks for sure. There's certain things that not everyone's a fan of, but there are so many good things that are going to happen in the company. And I just feel like it is such a great time to get in. And I just have 100% confidence in this company and the new president and everything. I feel like it's great. What I'm going to do for anyone who wants to become a consultant in the next 24 hours, I'm going to give an incentive. I'll pick out of a hat, like that if you purchase the kit within the next 24 hours, I'll give you a $50 shopping spree in your launch party. So I'll just pay for it from your launch party to get shipped to you. And then you could have, they'll pick out of a hat one winner, and then you could have, it'll count for your personal volume. So that'll help you, get commissions off it, obviously. And then also it'll be in your personal volume and you'll get $50, whatever you want to spend from CT for me, in addition to what you get in your kit. So the kit is $135. It's $320 value. We're not really looking for, obviously we want people who want to work hard, but it's definitely not a bad deal even if you get the kit and you don't do anything. But obviously we'd love for you to be working the business, not just taking the kit because it's a good deal. But yeah, we'd love to work with you. That's basically our team. Our team's amazing. I'm very proud of the team. It is such hardworking people and so much fun people, such fun people. I had a blast getting to know everyone over the last 5 months, and it's been quite a ride, and I can't wait to see where it goes, and hopefully you want to join us on the ride. So I'm going to open it up to questions. Hopefully some of you have questions. If not, you could ask me questions later. You could always feel free to message me or whoever invited you or whatever you would like, whatever you feel comfortable with. So does anyone have any questions? Anyone? Someone's got to ask a question. Come on. Anyone? Oh, do you say $50 to anyone? A raffle. Sorry, Lauren. I'm going to do a raffle. It could be anyone signing up, but everyone who signs up within the next 24 hours, I'll do a raffle for $50 towards your launch party. It doesn't matter if you sign up under me or whoever you sign up under the team. Whoever signs up will get $50 raffle for like $50 to spend in their launch party, however they want. So, and it could be teaware, it could be whatever you want.
What do you do with the kit when you buy it?
That's a good question. So the kit was actually supposed to be for in-home parties, basically.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. So it's basically 10 teas. I mean, I drank all the teas. I drink tea faster than ever. It comes with the matcha. And obviously the tea really use the edibles. So they basically came up with a kit so you knew what to do for in-home parties. What I do with it is I just post it, what I'm trying about it. And it's a good introduction to all of our teas and our teaware. And I feel as though now that they put the pop tumbler in the velvet mug, I think it'll be huge because you could show them like why you like the teaware as well, whereas we didn't get the teaware. But so they'll to show why you like the teaware and which teas you like. All the teas are good. There's one that I absolutely hate it, but I know people in my downline liked. But the other 9 teas were amazing. It comes with a big matcha now and a bunch of catalogs. So it's more for in-home parties purpose, but it's good tea to try. And if anyone wants to try, you can always give out samples to people. I'm having a true lemonade with Berry Lady Layla. It's very good.
Well, I use my peppermint matcha to cover up the spinach in my shake for dinner. So that's
yeah, it does taste good in them. I still haven't put spinach in any of my shakes, but I will.
I have to up my vegetable intake, so I figured I'd use it, and it worked like a charm.
It doesn't. You don't taste it though?
I don't taste it at all, and I put the peppermint in it. It was perfect.
Okay, I'll try that tomorrow. I'll let you know. I have the spinach here. I mean,
I did. I put a handful in, and I was like, oh, and it worked. So
okay, great. I'm trying that tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah. Thanks for the idea. I do need more vegetables as well.
Yeah, I'm doing bad. So
we do have veggie teas, but I don't think that really counts as vegetables. And it's one of those banana pumpkin bread, and it's like my favorite one, but I don't think that really counts.
Is the food made with tea?
Yeah, the food is made with tea. And it's really good. Does anyone else have any questions? Oh, I see a cute baby. Aw. Anyone else? Okay. Nobody else has questions? Okay. So I feel like if nobody has questions, you can always ask questions later. I feel like this was hopefully informational, and hopefully, let us know what you're thinking, and let me know any questions you have. And thank you so much, really, for taking the time to attend this meeting. I know nighttime meetings are never easy, and I really appreciate your time. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'll speak to you all soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.